So I made the Asset USD Builder. So basically what it does is it reads the FAB and Megascan data. So you don't need a separate FAB or Megascan USD Builder. If you press the batch convert, you will get these assets. So in this case, it's the FAB assets. Now, in case of the FAB, they don't have preview images. You go to the optional settings, tools, and you'll have to bake them. So if you press this button, it will bake all these images for you and put them in here. Remember to press Ctrl I and move one and Ctrl I again to lock them. Otherwise they don't stay when you go in and out. A new option available is to enable a poly reduce and render object. It enables this poly reduce. So if you enable this, even after you build it, go back to the plant, and now it's enabled to 25%. If you disable it, update, now it's disabled. This is useful if the high resolution scan is still too high to use it as a render. In this case, it doesn't have a proxy, so it could be handy. The ones with orange, they don't have proxies. And the one light blue, they have high resolution and proxies. Another new feature is the Add USD Instance subnet. If you press this, for both of them, you will get a subnet with all the USD files, and it prepares already the files for you to make instances. Another new feature is to build an example of instances. If you press this, it will give an instance example for you. In this example, you have all these rocks and you don't see very well the instances. So what you can do is we disable the rocks. We go to the assets and we look for the rocks. So it's 11, 13 and 14. So here we look for 11, we disable it, and we look for 13 and 14, we disable it, and now you get a better view of the instance. So what happens, it creates all these points, it makes a grid, and then it will add randomly assets and variants, and then distributes them over the group. Another handy feature is if you want to set a seed to the asset and variant. You click on the green attribute wrangle and press this button. This will give you a slider to adjust the randomness of the asset and the variant attribute. If you click on the orange wrangle, you'll see that the asset attribute gets translated into their respective groups. The target point will be the groups that are created, and the variants will be in the attribute variant. So basically, to distribute assets, you'll have point groups, asset 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. And the variants will be an attribute on that point called variant. So this is the instance example you can experiment with. Okay, that's it. Bye bye.